Tonight, as at least 20 former Miss America winners are now banding together to demand big changes from their organization's leadership. There are allegations of bullying and mistreatment surfacing from reigning title holder Cara Mund. Mund airing her grievances in a letter, writing, quote, "Our chair and CEO have systematically silenced me, reduced me, marginalized me, and essentially erased me in my role as Miss America in subtle and not so subtle ways on a daily basis." I spoke with two former Miss Americas who are among those defending her, Angela Baracayo Gray and Caressa Cameron Jackson. Watch. Caressa, let me start with you. What is the major grievance here that's being expressed? What was done wrong on the part of the board and the chair, Gretchen Carlson?
So I wish that there was just one thing that I could cite, but I think Cara's letter is the tipping point to a lot of things that have been happening over the past several months that began with the states asking to see the contract that the new Miss America is going to sign. Fiduciary irresponsibilities, lack of transparencies and taking stakeholders' words and suggestions into play like they were promised. And so the bullying behavior that has also ensued not only on the former Miss America front and how Gretchen has dealt with us, but now finally hearing about it from Cara is kind of the tipping point where we're like, you know what, enough is enough.
All right, well, Carlson responded, released a statement. She denies that there was any bullying or any trying to silence Cara Mund. She said the organization lost $75,000 in scholarship money. So, Angela, what's your response to that?
I want to know who offered that $75,000 in scholarship, because that name was never released. And first of all, we really shouldn't be the ones sitting here as former Miss America speaking. Cara Mund should be doing all TV appearances, not Gretchen Carlson, not myself, not Caressa, not Teresa. But we're only here because our voice is the voice for Cara. And Cara actually sent all the former Miss Americas a private email. She did not email a letter of grievance because she tried to speak to board members, and she was silenced and told not to speak and keep it in the family, which to me, as a principal and as a leader of a private Catholic school and a nonprofit, by the way, I know that there are grievance policies that should be in place, and she wasn't able to get her grievances across.
Understood. But Caressa, you know, just to continue to get to the bottom of it, can you give us some examples of what you think is wrong with the organization and why you would like to see these people removed? I know that 23 states, I believe, state organizations have also called for the removal of these individuals. So clearly there are some specific grievances. If you could, you know, sort of give people at home a sense of some examples.
Yeah, so there have been some dictatorial changes made to the organization. Most specifically, people are thinking about the swimsuit competition that has been removed. And that was removed because the board of directors voted for it to be removed based on the information that was given to them by Gretchen and Regina, that we would lose potential sponsorships and our on-air partner if we continued with the swimsuit portion of competition. We found out that wasn't the truth. When the states have asked for contracts and to see things in regarding the spending and all of that, they've been denied over and over again. So there's just been a lack of transparency in all of the things that were originally promised to us that we were so hopeful for when Gretchen took this seat. As a sister and as someone who has lived under the crown, we just expected more from her. And so we feel like, along with Gretchen and Regina and the board, they're all complicit in allowing this kind of behavior to continue. And so we believe that what's best for the organization at this point is for them to step aside and allow us to move forward in a better light.
Angela, one of the big issues that when people look at this is, you know, whether or not the pageant is still viable, whether or not it's still relevant in the world that we live in today.
We wouldn't be covering this on Fox News right now, prime time on your show, if it weren't relevant. So Cara has really been a voice for so many women. The contestants now that are going to Atlantic City, who the focus should be on, the 51 contestants are scared to death. What I'm worried about is 30 states are totally against this leadership. They have zero confidence. 21 Miss Americas, 22 started, now there's 30. There are 21 Miss Americas that are calling for the full board resignation, and 20,000 people on a petition that have signed, and they're not able to get off unless the board either votes off the two and then steps off and resigns gracefully, or there's a coup. But that can't happen. So really the power is in the board of directors' hands right now. And sadly, it's a difficult decision because two former Miss Americas are on that board, and the chair just so happens to be a former Miss America that we voted in, and we apologize for putting her in because we did not think that it would turn out this way, that one person would try to single-handedly break down a 97-year-old institution. So Miss America is relevant, as you can see from all the accomplished women that have come out and spoken. Cara Mund included, our current Miss America.
All right, ladies, thank you. Thank you very much. As you say, the contest is coming up soon, and we'll watch and see how all of this goes out. You say they're terrified, a number of these women, so we hope they'll continue to speak out.
Thank you for being something now. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Coming up next, the stunning rise and fall of former Patriot star Aaron Hernandez. His lawyer, Jose Baez.